Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. We're your hosts. I'm Sybil Amuti.
And I'm Branda Staniel.
We back, y'all.
We are back. Oh my God, I feel like we've been gone so long.
Where you been, girl?
Oh my goodness. I mean...
And they don't know we've been apart. Y'all don't know we've been apart. It's been lonely. I've been missing Brandon.
I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. And I missed this, Sybil. I missed the question that I'm about to ask you.
You, girl, ask it. Go for it.
What's been going on in your world, Sybil?
Let me tell you something. I have Essence Festival bound, baby.
Yeah.
I'm in Memphis fighting off cornbread. I'm fighting off sweet tea. I'm fighting off fried catfish. I'm fighting off ribs because I gotta fit my outfits for Essence. It's real.
Oh, it's real. It's here.
It's real. Who would think to come to Memphis 5 days before Essence?
I know that's that's a bad strategy.
It was such poor strategy. Everybody eating cornbread. And I'm just like, no, I'll pass. Girl, I've been struggling in these streets.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
And I need to take 1 minute and just thank my sitters. I want to thank Lauren for being such a spectacular superhero in my world, because I've been with my kids for 3 days, all day. And I think I pulled out 4 baby hairs on my edges. Girl, how many questions can you ask in 1 minute?
Oh, Lord. That's hilarious because let me tell you, I guess I've had sitters too, right? And yesterday, me and Rich were at brunch and Deandra called and said she was about to go somewhere. And she's like, oh, yeah, and we're going to take Nora out to the park. And Rich goes, Sky likes the park. And I was like, oh my God, babe, what a good idea. Yes. And I just needed to breathe. I went to Target. I went to Best Buy. I just needed to breathe.
Girl, just the basics. So yesterday I was with my godbrother's wife, who was my godsister. She had her 3 kids because she has a 5-year-old and a set of twins, and then her niece plus my 2. It was like a circus. Girl, we snuck out and went to Kroger. Came back from Kroger, and Kwaku and my brother-in-law were like, oh my God, we missed y'all. Because, the kids gave them the business. That's just what it is. Shoot. So what's going on in your world?
That is so hilarious. Well, I'm getting ready to go to Essence. I still need to find me a pair of shoes. So I have a designer that I have a call with tomorrow. I'm hoping we can work out something.
Good.
And girl, just getting ready for New York Fashion Week. I'm just getting my life together right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, here's everything that's on my plate. Here's how I accomplish it. And I feel like I'm in such a shift, Sib. I'm in like this very interesting place right now. So our podcast topic today is so right on time for where I am.
I love it. I know the shift you're in because I understand it completely. You know what? Before we dive into our topic, let's take 2 minutes and the conference.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let me tell you. Here's what's funny. So guys, we had the What Women Want conference a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was so overwhelming for me, Sybil, that I had to take 2 days where I just did nothing and said nothing. Like, people didn't know what was wrong with me, but I literally, by Sunday, I was kind of like...
I know.
I was done. I was so done. It was so done. Much. It was so much. It was the most incredible time I've ever spent at any conference.
I know. When I say I feel so gifted by the women that were there, by all the panelists, by the energy, by the food, by the environment, everything was just so rich. And I'm not saying that because we did it, because we did do that, but I'm just saying.
The entire experience from Friday night at Macy's, amazing. To Saturday, starting out with, what was our first panel? It was love.
VIP breakfast started in
the VIP breakfast where Tasha Adams Fox actually, she did the keynote for the breakfast. Sybil, this is so funny. So I'm in the bathroom getting my makeup done. Sybil comes in the bathroom. She goes, Brandis, it started already. I'm like, what started already? The women are crying at the breakfast. I was like, what?
Yeah, what are they crying about? I'm like, I don't even know, girl. They just all in tears over there.
Sybil, I could not believe it because I really thought our VIP breakfast was going to be like very poised.
Oh no, they were in there crying and hugging, girl. They were just snotty crying too. It wasn't even a cute cry. They were just like, I mean, all arms down. Everyone was just, it was a hug fest. It was a hug fest.
So amazing. That is so amazing. So amazing. And then we had our Love Evolution panel, which, that kind of kicked it off because I felt like the women were so honest and vulnerable on that panel.
Yes, girl, because Dorinda broke out more of her story. Like Dorinda Walker, Prudential. I feel like every time we come together, there's an unveiling of some other layer of her story that she's not shared. And I mean, I just felt like the room felt so connected because we all need to start with self-love. And that was absolutely a really strong part for me.
I'm so excited for her book. You know, she's working on a book.
I know. Everything, but just moving it forward, everything with Olivia Dope was just, I mean, she was spinning her little butt off.
She was amazing. The dance breaks, like the women were dancing. Like it was Mimi and Tico. Can we talk about Mimi and Tico? And I mean, it was just every single thing, every single panelist was just out. Tiffany the Budgetnista. I mean, really. Abby and Lady Savant.
Yes. Everyone just came and brought their A game. And it was so great because everyone was so, we cannot leave out Miss Michelle Thornton, who laid up.
Let me tell you, Michelle Thornton sold, I think, almost every book she brought in there.
She had to. I mean, she did a straight, like, world stop on everybody. She brought the heat that morning. And I feel like what was so great, Michelle even said, if you have a TV show, I hope you brought it because I'm here. How approachable is that?
I know.
And you can bring whatever your idea is. You know, the people that were in the room were so accessible and connected and wanted to really network with everyone. It was just amazing.
It was amazing. Best conference.
Brandis. Well, Brandis, you rock, girl. You did that.
Oh, you did that, Sybil. We are so ridiculous. But the crazy thing, so ladies, people are already asking us about our 2017 dates. Sybil and I, we're working on it now. We have a couple dates in mind. We're very close to confirming those dates. So our 2017 dates are going to be up soon. We're going to also pre-sale tickets for the conference. We are probably going to be sold out by September. I'm telling you guys right now.
Oh, I agree. And it's going to be spectacular. You guys got to trust us again. And thank you so much because we gave like 2 details. We were like, come to New York. These are the dates.
Right.
Like, we can't tell you everything. We're just guaranteeing it's going to be awesome. And then I cannot forget, next year we'll be able to give out another Great Girlfriend of the Year award.
Yes. Oh my God. We gave out our very first Girlfriend of the Year award.
That was so awesome. Dorinda Walker, our 2016 recipient, and she was just so grateful. And I feel like the moment was so rich, Brandis. It was so rewarding.
It was so amazing. And the award was so pretty.
It was so pretty. I loved it. And it was just, she was so surprised. And we love to give out surprises. So you guys got to stay tuned for all of that. But in the conference planning, you know, there were some very hard moments where the sponsorships were slow and the event space didn't, you know, people weren't coming together. Things were happening and everything didn't happen perfectly. And there were some quit moments, right?
Yeah.
There were just some moments where if you didn't have the right kind of power statements in mind or the right mental perspective, we would have quit.
Absolutely.
But Brandis and I both, through that process, were able to keep our perspectives clear so that we could drive results. Because at the end of the day, we like to deliver on our word. We said we were going to create an experience, so our job was to make it happen. But so many times when you get in that space, you start doubting and being like, maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe this isn't the right time, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Maybe we're not the ones to do a conference, maybe it should be someone else and those kind of things. So today we wanted to dive into some of the power statements or the power questions that we start asking, not even just during a conference, but things that we use as entrepreneurs, as women, as solution-oriented people to help us keep our perspectives clear so that we can always be focused on our outcomes.
Yes.
Because I think that makes the difference, right?
That makes all the difference in the world. Because the moment you put a statement out there and you say, I can't, or I don't know how this is going to happen, those kind of statements, they create huge mountains that you can't even see beyond.
Yeah. All you know is roadblocks at that point. And in fact, you're looking for blocks.
You're looking for blocks.
Your point.
Yep.
There's something in your mind that creates blocks so that you can have that mental validation. And I think having mental validation is good when you're validating the right things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So today, Brandis, what are we talking about?
So today we're talking about 3 power statements that every woman who listens to our podcast must say to themselves, especially in entrepreneurship.
Absolutely. I love these. I'm telling you, game changers. Teach them to yourself, teach them to your children, whisper them to your husband at night.
Yes.
Tell your girlfriends.
Yes.
Everybody. And even when you're coming down to Essence Festival, those of you that are traveling down to Essence Festival and, your car rental might not be right, your luggage might not get there, different things that are going to come up and you're going to need to shift your perspective so you can stay focused on what you're looking to get, which is your outcomes and your experience. Number one.
So number 1 is, how can I?
How can I?
And guys, you know it. I don't have to tell you. When you're on a journey and you're trying to do something that, especially when you're doing something by faith, oh my God, so many things come up that will make you want to say, I can't, or it's not going to happen, or it can't happen, or, this didn't come through in the time that I thought it was going to come through. Like that little shift, just saying, how can I make this happen? Like, take I can't completely out of your vocabulary. How can I make this happen? And what starts to happen is, and you don't realize this, but subconsciously, we start to look for ways that it can happen. And just that little shift in language and that little shift in perspective changes everything. It allows you to see with new eyes.
Absolutely. What's interesting too is I can't says that nothing within me has the capacity to get the result that I'm looking for. So when I say I can't, that implies that I don't have enough muscle, enough strength, enough mentality, enough, I don't possess enough even will to make something happen. When you say how can I, it says if I have to muster from my pinky toe a result.
Right. It's going to happen.
Where do I need to pull from to make whatever I need happen? It's a totally different, it's an empowered mindset. And those empowering words will help to drive our accountability around results. And I'll say an example with my children, my daughter, she's the one. My daughter, if she lifts something that's too heavy, I can't. And she'll just whimper and cry it out. I have to stop and tell her and remind her that she has it. Everything you need, everything that you're empowered to do, you have inside of you. God has fully equipped you. So it's not a matter of something you can't do. It's what do you need to shift to make it happen? And so she'll cry and go, how can I? And within minutes, you know her, how can I? And within minutes, she'll figure it out. She figures it out.
Right.
She figures it out.
This mental picture came in my head, Sybil, while you were speaking. I was like, basically, imagine 2 boxers get into a ring together. And one boxer says, I can't. And the other boxer is like, how can I? Who do you think is going to automatically win?
How can I? Can I?
And I mean, I even think about Muhammad Ali and the things that, we're looking at a lot of stuff on him upon his passing. And just thinking about some of the fighters he got in the ring with, people had said there is no way in the world he's going to beat them. Right. And if you get in that ring and you say, I can't, against whatever your opponent is, and that could be a whole lot of things in this world and in this life. Right. There is no way you can win saying nobody gets into a ring that say I can't and win. Just don't work. No. It's just not going to work because you're defeated even before you get in the ring.
Yeah. Let's be clear. So it's not that we don't have setbacks and that things don't come against us. It's just when we're faced with them, how can I move past them? How can I make these things work for me? How can I take all of these lemons, right? Beyonce shout out, and make lemonade.
Right.
But it's the how can I, and that's the shift, and that makes the difference between the greats and the average, the haves and the have-nots, whatever, have and have less. That's the difference that sets people apart.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's the second question, Sybil, that we have to, the power question?
The second power question is, who do I need to be, or who can I connect with to help me get the results that I'm looking for? And that's basically saying, sometimes, I'm lazy Sybil. I am Saturday Sybil. I want to wake up at 10. I don't want to cook. I don't want to comb my hair. Like, I haven't brushed my teeth until the afternoon. It's just that's just who I am, right? And that's just keeping it real. But that is not the woman that's going to get the results that I want out of life. Right. I can't be her every day. So when I'm in those moments where I'm facing the other side of who I am, I have to turn on the Sybil that I want to be, not the Sybil that I'm sitting with, not the Sybil that I feel like. And even when you're in a situation where you are low and you don't feel empowered and you really are tired, but you still have results that you're looking after, who do I need to have in my corner that can be accountable to me?
Yeah.
I need to be able to call somebody and say fire, and Brandis be like, you know what? First, get up out that bed. That's first of all.
Right.
Second, brush your teeth. Third, stop wallowing. Fourth, get up, stay focused. Like, we have outcomes that we have to face. And I'll say during the conference, there were so many times I want to revert back to that, because you guys can see the results, but you don't understand the how can I's and the who can I's that we had to put on so that we could get those results. And the who can I said, who do we need in our corner? Who can help reinforce our outcomes? Who do we need to turn on? We had to turn on our future selves, because our current selves were not conference worthy. We didn't feel like, can we be the ones to do this? But we have to turn on the future self that says, yes, you're going to do this and you'll do it for thousands. So it's always looking forward and not looking backwards to say, all right, if I keep looking forward and I keep facing my future, the future self that has these great results that I want to get, how do I get there? By empowering who I am now and getting people in my corner that can help reinforce it.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you, guys, sometimes you have to trick yourself. Like for me, I had gotten to a place I was like, okay, I gotta get myself out of this place that I'm in because I have too much to accomplish. So who is the Brandis? What do I need to do to activate that Brandis that I know is necessary right now? And that Brandis is the one who gets up at 5 o'clock and go running, and so for me, that Brandis kills it. Like when she started her day like that, she kills it. And this morning that alarm went off and I did not make the 5 o'clock. However, at 5:45, I got my butt out the bed because for me, it was just about making it to the track. Let me make it to the track. Let me get started on that habit. The other thing I was going to say, Sybil, sometimes it's about we think we need everything within ourselves. And sometimes what we need is just a phone call away.
Yes, girl. Yes.
And we can think about that when it comes to the conference. And then I even think about that when there was one particular instance when we wanted Tracy Ellis Ross last year as an honoree. And I knew that one person knew her. And just reaching out to that one person honestly resulted in something that, Sybil, I couldn't have fathomed. You remember how I called freaking out?
Yes.
You're like, what's wrong? And I'm telling you, you're like, are you serious? This is great news.
It was so funny. I was like, is this bad? This is good. We're happy.
I was freaking out, but it's the same thing with this year. This year, we're reaching for the stars again. And it's not about who I know. It's about the people that I know that could help me get to the person. Yeah. So it's about using our network very smartly as well.
Yeah. And I think too, when you go back to that, so many times about it in entrepreneurship, we hold the ideas inside and we tell ourselves that it's for us to figure out. But aren't these people meant to be gifts to us?
These people are meant to be gifts to us.
Yeah, and
They
every
are.
person is connected one way or another. And I'll just give you guys a reference because just to put some things out there, Brandis and I are headed to Essence Festival. We're speaking on 3 different panels for 2 different brands. We're moderating 2 conversations, and one of the brand relationships came out of a great girlfriend relationship. We're literally having conversation with the girlfriend and saying to her, our goal is to have 10 paid speaking engagements in 2016. She said, oh, well, you need to know my friend, Bam Bam Bam. Next thing you know, we're booked. I mean,
Yes.
that's the power of it. As an
Yes.
entrepreneur, everyone is meant to work for you. Like,
Yes. And you're
until
going to
you
need
have an employee,
everyone. You're going to need
yes,
everybody.
you're gonna need everyone. Your mama, your auntie, your cousin, everyone is a virtual employee. Until you get those results, everyone works for and with you, right?
So let me tell you. So my friend Joy told me when I was taking Sky to the airport and we were flying for the first time, and I said, it was just me, Rich wasn't with me, and I said to her, Joy, oh, how do you do it with Gabe? You fly with him by yourself all the time. How you do it? She said, oh, everybody at the airport are your helpers.
Yes, girl.
And the moment I decided that everybody at the airport were my helpers, it got so easy. And I would just ask people, can you help me take that off can you help me take this stroller down? Can you help me? And girl, making the decision that everybody is your helper. It changes everything.
Is your helper. Get a ride, get your luggage picked up, everything. So as an entrepreneur, we have to remember the who can I, because when we feel like we're alone, and I mean, those lonely moments, you just like, I don't have anyone to call for this solution. We have to go, who can I? Who do I need to be? And who can I call on?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I think that's such an important question to keep in mind when the moments are tough and the circumstances can be challenging. Or if you just need to get one level up. It don't even have to be a challenge. It just needs to be who can add value? How can I add value, and who else can add value?
Absolutely, girl.
What's number 3, Brandis?
Number three. Number 3 is Why Can I? And there is a Thai tribute song that I love. And every time I'm in a pinch where my faith is being tested, I turn on that song. And it says, he did it before and he'll do it again.
Yeah.
Same God right now, same God back then. And I have to remember what God has done for you before. This is why I can. Why I can is because he's done it before and he'll do it again. Why I can is because I had the tenacity to do it the last time. You know what I mean? Why I can is because I have an amazing village around me. Why I can't,
Absolutely.
asking yourself, why can I do this? And really motivating yourself and realizing all the reasons why you can do this, why it can happen.
Yep. And absolutely never, ever discrediting who you are and all that you've accomplished before. I tell you straight up, I was doing math homework with Sam the other day. This was before school got out. And I said, I made it through this. I made it through this math. If I made it through this math, I'm pretty dope. I mean, it's the simplest thing. And when you look back, it's the simplest things. But honestly, when you look back, all of those little things, big and small things made together have amassed the person that you are. So it's like, let's not discredit the fact that we're pretty dope humans. Like, we really are equipped.
Right. And some of our great girlfriends have been through the fire.
Yeah.
And you've been through
that's something to be ashamed of.
Right. Use it. You've been through all of that. That's why you can do this. Because if you've made it through that, you can definitely do this.
Exactly. It's like when a veteran comes home from war and he's telling war stories on all his scars, right? He's so proud. This was a scar that happened when I was on this tour. And this is what happened. I made it through. But when we as humans we don't understand, when we go through warfare, it's the same thing. When we come out and we have scars, share.
Yeah.
This is what I made it through this scenario that came against me, but I fought my way through it in faith and in belief and hope. Like, I persevered. I'm pretty dope for that.
Absolutely.
I mean, right? My God is dope. I'm dope. And that's why I'm capable of doing this next thing.
Right.
Because I have all of that rich history on the inside of me. And I have enough faith that same ability, like you said. And so the same God that did it before is absolutely capable of doing it again.
Yeah, absolutely, girl. Because now that's who's dope.
Tambourine.
That's who's dope. Because I got a situation right now, but I have so much peace. I have so much peace because God has shown me who he is over and over and over and over. And no matter what happens, it's still going to be the perfect scenario. Like the perfect scenario.
That's so true.
And it just feels good for me to be at this place.
I know what you mean. And let me say this too. Don't wait on anybody else to empower you. Don't wait on anybody else. You empower yourself. Because if you wait on other people, you'll start depending on external validation on why can't I?
Yeah.
You need to have it on the inside of you. Get very familiar with your own story, with your own trials and your triumphs, right? So that when you need to reinforce the idea that you're capable, you can look back and say, well, in 1985 and in 2010 and then in 2016, you have it rehearsed. Like, rehearse your victory. I like the idea that I can look back and rehearse my victories and say, this is why I can.
Yes.
And this is why Brandis and I could start the Great Girlfriends. I mean, plain and simple. No one called. No one said, hey, can you guys start this brand? We started it ourselves. We decided that we had reinforced ourselves, rehearsed our victories, and said, let's do it. This is why we can.
No, this absolutely.
So number 1 is how can I? Number 2,
who can I?
And number 3 is why can I? I think if you take those 3, post them up at your office, post them at home, share them with your kids and share them with your great girlfriend, share them with your spouse, whomever, but start making that a discussion question in your circles, because that's the important part that's going to help you start investigating the solutions that you need.
I hear some great girlfriends in their cars right now yelling at us. I hear y'all. I hear you. I hear you. Yes, this is exactly what you needed to hear.
This is what you needed, girl. This is what you needed.
This is what you needed. Now get your butt up and get it done.
Exactly.
Oh, this was so.
I'm gonna leave you with one last testimony of the how, the why, and the what. When I think about the Great Girlfriends, I'm gonna say we didn't have money, right? And we talked about this at Macy's. We didn't have the money. We didn't have cheerleaders because our friends didn't know this was happening. This was like a complete surprise.
Right.
Most people, our husbands knew, but our people didn't know. And we didn't have a whole bunch of things that were going for us, but we knew inside that there was more that needed to be accomplished. Right?
Absolutely.
And it's just a matter, honestly, of us taking those questions and saying how, what, who, when, why, and just piecing it all together and qualifying yourself. And I hope that everyone that's listening knows you qualify. You really
you are
do qualify.
So qualified. You qualify and you're qualified. Yes. You're overqualified. You don't need to go get another degree. You don't need to go and, get a certification. You are qualified.
You qualify. You just need to dig into your solutions.
Absolutely.
That's it.
This was amazing.
Girl, I know. Okay, so don't forget, you guys meet us at Essence Festival.
Yes.
Don't forget, we will be there. We're going to be there for Thursday through Monday. We're going to have such a good time. Friday, we have our first panel will be with Prudential at their Prudential booth from 1:30 to 2 p.m. And that's going to be with Michelle Thornton. Boom, pow.
Boom,
so excited.
Right.
Get ready for the fireworks. It's going to be amazing. And then on Saturday, it's going to be from, I think, 11 to 11:30 with Walmart. And that's going to be with Tisha Campbell Martin and Tasha Smith.
That's going to be so much fun. Oh, so much fun.
We get to interview Gina and Angela.
Right. So much fun.
Cool. I love that. And then on Sunday, we're back with Prudential from 1:20 to 1:50 talking friendship and finance. So if you haven't had that conversation with us, you don't want to miss any of those events.
Absolutely not. I mean, this is going to be so dope. We cannot wait to see you guys at the Prudential and Walmart booths during Essence Festival.
I know. We're going to be so cute, too. We got new hair.
Your hair is cute. It's really cute.
Akila, she did her thing. So anyway, we want to thank our husbands. Our husbands will be with us at Essence.
Yes, they will.
We're going to make some memories in New Orleans. We're going to make some memories.
So we're going to make some babies.
Thank you. What, I'm sorry. Say what?
Nothing. Keep going.
Thank you to our hubbies who are just, you guys, I'm talking about when you want to talk about men, we got some good men.
We do.
Got some good men, y'all. And to our families, we have the dopest families.
I'm so excited. I know these kids are too cute. We gave them a little bit of trouble at the beginning of this podcast, but we wouldn't know what to do without them.
They are. And our parents and siblings and to all of our great girlfriends, thank you so much for trusting us as your go-to source for everything life, love, and laughter.
Remember to check us out on Instagram,
The Great Girlfriends,
Facebook,
The Great Girlfriends,
Twitter,
_Great GFS.
And tell all your friends to visit our website at www.thegreatgirlfriends.com.
Make sure you post your questions online, share with your friends.
Keep listening and keep being a great girlfriend.
I'm Sybil.
I'm Brandis. And we're signing off.
Peace.
Bye, guys. We'll see you in Essence.